the very best book on self-discipline that I've ever read. I really love this book by Brian Tracy. It's called No Excuses. And he says, it's not that you don't know what to do, but rather that you don't have the discipline to make yourself do what you should do, whether you feel like it or not. Very, very important. There's a lot of great quotes in this book that I've underlined, starred. Here's another quote by Aristotle. The ultimate end of life is the development of character. Very interesting to think about. Perhaps the most important word in long-term thinking is sacrifice. Sacrifice. Superior people have the ability to, throughout their lives, make sacrifices in the short term, both large and small, so as to assure greater results and rewards in the long term. In this part, think long term. Sociologist Dr. Edward Banfield of Harvard University conducted a 50-year study into the reasons for upward socioeconomic mobility in America. He concluded the most important single attribute of people who achieve great success in life was long time perspective. Banfield defined time perspective as the amount of time an individual takes into consideration when determining his present actions. In other words, the most successful people are long-term thinkers. Very, very important. You have to think long-term and about the future. If you want to be successful, if you want to have more money, if you want to have more freedom, better quality of life. I know when I was living in my car for 2 years, I would wake up, I would read this book, drive to the park, sit by the pond in nature, wherever, and focus on developing myself into a more self-disciplined, self-controlled, self-reliant man that would have greater self-esteem, self-respect, as it says in the book, because the more you practice these qualities, the better you do feel about yourself, because you know that you can do what needs to get done. You can do what has to be done. Which reminds me of another great book. It's called Do What Needs to Be Done, I think, by Chad Hymas. I know the author's name is Chad Hymas, Hymas. That was a great book I read in 2018. And this guy was in a big accident that disabled his whole body. And he still went on to build a very successful career, a speaking business career, and provide for his family. And I still believe he's doing that to this day. So very inspiring, helpful book. And this one is my absolute favorite. So I love to read on philosophy and discipline and self-improvement whenever I feel I need to take some time to relax and to remind myself of what is important to me, what's got me to where I'm at in my life today. I grab a great book like this and I dig through it. Have a great one.